Amigos de Película, ¿qué tal? Yo soy Riva, me encuentro en la hermosísima ciudad de Los Ángeles, California, por el estreno de The Gray Man, la nueva película de Netflix protagonizada por Gosling, Chris Evans y Ana de Armas, con quienes además tendremos una muy buena conversación sobre esta cinta en la que un hombre que vive toda su vida bajo la sombra termina cuestionando la autoridad que lo rodea. ¿Qué pasará? Pues lo vamos a descubrir en este especial de Película.
What do you know about the Sierra program?
Reckless mystery men you guys send in when you can't officially send anyone else.
The Gray Man.
Brian, it's such a pleasure to have you with us on the Película. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm excited to talk with you about
Me too.
Great movie. Welcome to the Película. Congrats on The Gray Man. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Portraying Six, there had to be a balance between what this man was trying to do and also the moral struggle we see him facing as he starts questioning authority. How did you manage to work out that balance for the movie?
Well, this is what I thought made the character really interesting. Is that he's a spy who doesn't want to be a spy. He'd rather be at home watching Netflix like the rest of us. He'd rather be a plumber, anything else but a spy. He's just being, forced to do this. It's this or jail. So, either dies in jail or he dies on the field. It's a death sentence either way. So, this experience in the movie is really, he's sort of choosing to live a little before he dies, And I thought that made him, it's sort of complicated and unique path to walk, so it made him exciting to play.
Chris, let's talk about Lloyd Hansen because he's a very unstable man that really seems to enjoy what he does. Let's discuss the fun part of embodying this very, very, very bad guy.
He's a little unstable. His energy spikes and his anger spikes, but I would argue that his conviction of what he believes is right is pretty solid. I think most of us move through the world with this kind of flexible understanding of what we should do and who he should be, and I think Lloyd knows exactly who he is and what he should do. So even though it manifests in this sort of sociopathic way, he has really strong convictions and is very sure of himself, and that's fun to play.
You hurt?
I mean, my ego's a little bruised. They have something they really want. What's your gut? It's gonna be my funeral you're going to next.
You want to make an omelet?
You gotta kill some people.
How do you feel this representation of Dani Miranda's as a strong-minded, ambitious woman that's searching for what's right refreshes the genre of spy-on-spy movies?
It is something, it's a new way of representing these roles that usually are quite the opposite. The girl that needs to be rescued and helped and like in danger and all of that, and now, we have this character who's completely the opposite and is the one, saving the day time after time, and is highly skilled and prepared and intelligent, and it's no one's love interest, and it's no one romantic anything. So she's her own person, woman, and she's a professional, and I love that the focus was that one. So I hope to see more of that.
How about this spark a conversation about accountability? Because this movie discusses that.
Yeah, well, I think that's also what I liked about this character, is that he doesn't want to be doing this. He doesn't have any romantic ideas of being James Bond or feeling justified in what he's doing. What he wants, in a lot of these films, the characters want revenge, they want money, they want power. Six just wants to be free, and I thought that made him very relatable. It's a valid and relatable thing to want, and so it was something also that made me want to play him, because I think in multiple films, if we get to do them, it's something you'd like to see him get.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's scary when someone has risen in the ranks without having any sort of accountability, and it kind of it's one of these scary notions about as to the nature of who we are collectively, because obviously the person he is the problem is that I don't think he thinks what he's doing is wrong. That's the scariest part of all of it. When it comes to questions of accountability, it starts with whether or not the person feels that what they're doing is deserving of accountability, you know, and I don't think he thinks that he's in the wrong, and that's where it becomes this nebulous problem.
I'm about to put a hit so big on your boy's head that even his most loyal allies won't hesitate to drop a dime. Every grade A wet team from here to Reykjavik will be vying for the prestige of killing the infamous Sierra Six. I can kill anybody.
How was getting into the process of making this level of action for a change?
I loved it. I always wanted to make, you know, an action film. This was my first love. Made me want to make movies in the first place. So, you know, it just took me a long time to find the right one.
How fun and exhausting was to get to this process, learn everything, and how was this for you?
Equally exhausting and fun. It's truly one of the movies I've enjoyed the pre-production the most. I've had so much time to prepare for this. I wanted to get to the first day of shooting feeling strong for real. You can't fake being strong. You can't fake like knowing how to shoot a gun or put it apart, like, you know. It was great. I really felt like I could, you know, get better at my strengths, what I was good at and what I wasn't, and then, you know it as well. It was just good. It was a lot of fun. It was a big part of the appeal for me to do this.
Congrats on the movie, Chris. Anna, thank you for your time. Thank you for being on the Película. Ryan, thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us on the Película.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Espero hayan disfrutado de este especial sobre The Gray Man, tanto como yo disfruté estar aquí en la ciudad de Los Ángeles en mi primer junket internacional. Además, compartiéndoles todo sobre esta emocionante cinta que por supuesto ya encuentran en Netflix. Yo soy Riva, me encuentran en @RivaPopMusic y nos encontramos en un próximo especial de Película.
Maybe not anybody.